So Mears continues talking, and he also talks about the Galactic Patrol and how the Galactic Patrol has a lot of, a lot of patrolmen that want to protect the galaxy, but at the end of the day, they're helpless and they're not strong. But even though they're not strong, they still continue to do their best to protect the galaxy. So, as Mears is talking, we see the Galactic Patrol. They're leaving Earth to bring back all the rest of the galactic prisoners, right? So they say that the only one that is left on Earth is Moro, and once they lock these guys back up in prison, they'll be back to help with the Moro situation any way they can. So even though these patrolmen know they're not strong, they still do their best to try to protect the galaxy. So Mears reveals as he destroys another one of Moro's crystals, the piece of the galaxy is worth hanging on to, and that's why he's chosen to be on the side of good. Like I said, this is very similar to Zamasu. It's like Zamasu and Mears are basically two sides of one coin. Zamasu, he developed a bias towards evil, right? Believing that mortals need to be destroyed. Mears developed a bias towards good and wanted to protect mortals and protect the galaxy, right? And as we see Mears continue to use more of his angel powers, we see that he starts turning transparent. And this is, of course, Mears starting to slowly be erased because he is breaking the law of angels, right? And we see Mears states that since it looks like he is about to be erased, he has time for one more attack. We see Mears power up, and when he powers up, you can see the halo, right? The angel halo show up around him. Goku's yelling at Mears to stop doing this, and Beerus and Whis arrive at the battlefield, and they're already heavily concerned because they can see that his body's already turning see-through. So we see Mears, he flies up towards Moro, and as he's flying up, it basically Mears is thinking back to a conversation he had with Goku while they're in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. He asked Goku about all the times he saved the Earth, right? And we know how many times Goku has saved the Earth and defeated evil beings. And Mears asks Goku, why don't you ever kill your opponents? Why do you always give them a chance to redeem themselves? And Goku states that the strongest guys in the universes are usually bad guys. There are some, some good guys that he's fought that have turned out to be friends, like Jiren, like Broly, like Hit, like Vegeta, right? But most of the guys he fights turn out to be bad guys, like Frieza, Cell, Demon King Piccolo, Kid Buu, Zamasu, and now Moro, and there's other examples. Goku states that, his goal, he wants to keep fighting and improving. We know this. This is the way Goku's been since day one. And Goku believes that, he'll fight opponents as much as he wants. He always offers mercy. He doesn't kill an opponent unless he absolutely has to, right? And Goku hopes that the more he fights them, the more they want to turn to the good side, even if they're a really bad guy at first. So Mears thinking about this, and he adores Goku, and he thinks Goku is a very fascinating individual. So as Mears is thinking about this conversation he had with Goku, Moro, charges up a magic attack, right, and fires it at Mears, but Mears flies right through it, right? It has no impact. So Moro goes to charge another attack, but before he can charge it up, Mears already appears right before Moro and hits him square in the head with a huge punch that not only damages Moro, but it destroys the third and final crystal that's in Moro's forehead. So we see Moro, he falls to the ground. And he starts disappearing, right? His body starts, ripping away like a cloud in the sky. And Jackal's like, what's happening? And then the look on Goku's face here, it gets me emotional, man. Because Goku, you could tell he's getting very emotional that Mears is about to disappear. But as Mears is disappearing, he tells Goku, if Goku should achieve Ultra Instinct at his current strength, it will be far more stable than it ever was before. So more stable than it was when Goku faced Jiren, or when he used Ultra Instinct Omen against Moro earlier in the arc. And Mears states that Goku will not fall to Moro, nor to anyone else for that matter, right? And Mirrors asks Goku to make him one more promise as he disappears. Mirrors tells Goku that he's come to love this galaxy, the universe that is full of excitement, and he asks Goku to protect it all for him. And just like that, Mirrors is gone. So Beerus and Whis are watching, right? Beerus is just like, wow. Beerus is like, he's just gone just like that, like poof, like a cloud. And Whis is like, yes, sadly. And Whis states that Beerus was an awkward little brother. And the chapter ends with Goku with his head down, and you can see steam coming out from him. So it's kind of similar to back when Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan back on Earth. That's what I think Toritaro was going with that panel. Anyway, getting back into chapter 64, right? This is one of my favorite chapters of the entire arc. So, chapter 64, Son Goku, the Galactic Patrol Officer. So, we see it starts off with the Galactic Patrolmen as they're flying back to the Galactic headquarters, right, to put the prisoners back in prison. The Galactic soldiers, they feel like something bad just happened, like they just lost something important. They can't sense energy like Goku and the rest of them, but it's like they know that something's happening on Earth, and it's like they have the feeling that Mirrors is gone, even though they don't know what's going on. It's Mirrors is disappearing is having some kind of mental effect on them that they can't really explain. So back on the battlefield, we look, and we see Goku is very, very angry. You can see his body is shaking. There is steam coming out of him, right? You can see the veins popping out because he's angry that he allowed, Mirrors to have to sacrifice himself. And Goku states that he just learned another important lesson from Mirrors, and that he's not fighting alone. And the thing about it is, Beerus and Whis are, they're standing there, and they're able to figure out that basically Mirrors' sacrifice was supposed to be the trigger to allow Goku to achieve Master Ultra Instinct, right? And Whis is just hoping that Goku can control his emotions enough to be able to allow his body to enter a calm state so that he can wield the power of Ultra Instinct one more. And Goku talks about how in this battle he was saved by Vegeta, saved by Dende, and now he's been saved by Mirrors. And how Mirrors didn't do it for him, but Mirrors did it for the sake of the universe. So guys, you can see the steam coming out of Goku, right? He's able to calm down, and he enters back into a calm state. So Goku asks Jackal why he joined the Galactic Patrol, and Jackal reveals that he joined the Galactic Patrol because he wanted to help preserve peace in the galaxy. Plus, he loves the uniform. So I love the comedic relief Jackal provides throughout this arc, man. I absolutely love it. And Goku agrees with what Jackal was saying because Goku spent time with Mirrors inside the hyperbolic time chamber, and he knows that Mirrors felt the same way. And Goku looks at his gi, and he looks at the Galactic Patrol logo on it, and he says right now he's a Galactic Patrol agent just like him, and protecting the universe is his duty as well, and he can't let Moro have his way with his hope, right? At that moment we see Moro didn't see Mirrors disappear because he was too busy recovering from the huge punch Mirrors landed on him before he disappeared. So Moro is looking around trying to figure out where did Mirrors run off to, right? Goku reveals that Mirrors doesn't exist anymore, right? And Goku says that since Mirrors isn't here anymore, beating him is his job. And Moro's like, enough of this crap. We've already seen this before, right? And Goku says that even though Mirrors may be gone, his will lives within him. And Goku closes his eyes and he begins to transform. I absolutely love the way this looks. Like, when this gets animated, oh my goodness, it's going to be a beautiful scene. But we see Goku, right? He begins to transform slowly. And you can see, as Goku is raising his power, you can see a huge aura erupts. And it's causing, the sea, and it's causing the land and the entire planet to shake. and Piccolo and Gohan are watching. They've been healed. You could also see Dead Day is healed Vegeta in the background, and Gohan sees or Gohan's excited because he sees that Goku is finally ready to finish Moro off. So Beerus and Whis are talking, and they can tell that it looks like everything's going well with this process. And Whis says it appears so. We're about this with this Ultra Instinct perfected. Whoa, gets me hyped just thinking about it, right? So we move on into the next panel, and we see that all of a sudden, right, Goku's aura basically disappears. Just disappears out of nowhere. The shaking and the rumbling that Goku's transformation was causing, it just stops. Everything just goes back to normal, right? And Piccolo can't feel a thing. Gohan can't feel a thing. They can't sense Goku's energy. And all of a sudden, you see Goku standing there. His head is tilted back, but you can see that his hair is now white, right? And Goku tilts his head forward, opens his eyes, and reveals that he is in Mastered Ultra Instinct. Moro and Jakku have never seen Mastered Ultra Instinct before. Jakku's just like, this is a new color in my book, right? Because Jakku has seen, all of Goku's transformations just in this arc alone. And Moro's like, what the hell is this? So Goku, right? Goku doesn't say anything, and he walks towards Moro in the most badass fashion, right? He just walking towards Moro, not saying anything. And the closer Goku gets to Moro, Moro gets fearful. You can see his teeth are chattering, and he's fearful to move. So Goku's just staring him down, and Moro tells Goku to stay back. But before Moro can fire off any attack, Goku uses the speed of Ultra Instinct to grab a hold of Moro, right? So Moro didn't even see Goku move, and Goku just says one word: "You're not harming the Earth anymore. You're not doing anything else."